Hello everyone, welcome to the video lectures on fluid mechanics. In this video, we're going to see how to solve some numericals on a Huygens-Poiseuille equation, that is laminar flow in a circular pipe. The given question is like this: a crude oil of viscosity 0.97 poise, right? Here he has given the viscosity. I shall write mu is equals to 0.97 poise, right? This I can write in terms of Newton second per meter cube is 0.97 divided by 10. 0.97 divided by 10. This becomes 0.097 Newton second per meter square, right? This is what he has given: a crude oil of viscosity 0.97 poise and relative density he has given, right? Relative density is given as 0.9, right? Now what is this relative density? Is nothing but the specific gravity here, that is 0.9, right? And after that he has given is flowing through a horizontal circular pipe. Now how can I say this is a flow through a laminar flow between a circular pipe? Here he has given it's an flowing in between and flowing through an horizontal circular pipe. This is what you can distinguish between flow in a parallel plates, flow in between parallel plates, and a flow in between a flow in a circular pipe. He will be mentioning that in the question, right? Now after that he has given diameter D is equals to 100 mm. That means it is 0.1 meter here, right? After that he has given length L. I'll write it as 10 meter. What is asked? Calculate the difference of pressure. That means P1 minus P2 we need to calculate at the two ends of the pipe if 100 kg of oil is collected in a tank in 30 seconds. This is what we need to keep in mind. That means mass here is given as 100 kg collected in 30 seconds, right? Now what is the Huygens-Poiseuille equation we have? We will take out the answer papers. Yeah. See here, Huygens-Poiseuille equation we have is this one, right? That means 32 mu u bar L divided by rho g d square. This is the Huygens-Poiseuille equation what we have, right? I'll write this equation, that is HF is equals to 32 mu u bar L divided by rho g d square here, right? Now what is HF? HF is nothing but P1 minus P2 by rho g is equals to 32 mu u bar L divided by rho g d square, right? Now after this what I can do, I can take off this rho g both the sides, so I will be getting P1 minus P2 is equals to 32 mu u bar L divided by d square, right? Now here mu is known, L is known, d is known, but we don't know u bar here. What is u bar? U bar is nothing but the average velocity, right? Now do we have any direct formula to find out u bar? We shall see, right? U bar can only be found out by the discharge, right? Q is equals to A1 V1, right? This is what V1 is. V1 is nothing but the u bar. It's the average velocity, or Q is equals to area into velocity. This velocity we need to find out. So u bar I can write it as Q divided by A. A is the area of pipe here. Right. Here in this question he has not given discharge also, and A is known because he has given the diameter D. I can find out the area A. Now we don't know the discharge here Q. Right. But instead of discharge, what he has given? This thing. I told previously, here he has given calculate the difference in pressure at two ends of the pipe if 100 kg of oil is collected in a tank in 30 seconds. That means this is the mass of oil, right? Mass of oil. Here mass of oil is 100 kg is collected in 30 seconds, that is kg per seconds, time is seconds, kg per second is the unit of this one, right? Now I'll write this mass of oil as density into discharge. Why? Density is what? Density is in terms of kg per meter cube. Discharge is what? Meter cube per second. So these two get cancelled, remaining will be kg per second, right? This is what we have obtained, right? That is mass of oil is density into discharge here. Mass of oil is density into discharge. Now what is density? Density has not given again, right? Density, instead of density has given the specific gravity here. Now density is what? Density is equals to Sg of the fluid into 1000. This is the density of the water here, right? So I'll be getting 900 as the density of the oil here, right? Density of oil, I write it as O so that it will be easy for us to make any changes, right? Yeah, density is given as 900 kg per meter cube. Now I shall substitute this density in this formula to find out the discharge, right? Mass of oil is equals to density into discharge Q, right? Then mass of oil is what? 100 divided by 30 is equals to density is 900 into Q. So our discharge Q will be 0.0037 meter cube per second, right? This is what our discharge is, right? After finding out the discharge, we can substitute this in this formula, that is U bar is equals to discharge Q by A, right? So U bar is equals to discharge is what? That is Q by A is equals to 0.0037 divided by area. I can find it as, write it as pi d square by 4, that is pi into 0.1 square by 4, right? After solving this one, we will obtain U bar is equals to 0.471 meter per second, right? The discharge is in terms of meter cube per second divided by area meter square. So we will obtain in terms of meter per second, right? Now after finding out U bar, I can directly substitute in this formula here, right? But we don't know whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. He has not mentioned anywhere the flow is laminar or turbulent, right? To have this formula, that is P1 minus P2 is equals to 32 mu U bar L divided by T square, the flow should be laminar. To find out flow is laminar, we have the formula Reynolds number Re is equals to rho V D by mu, right? Rho is, again we have this one, rho is 900 kg per meter cube. V is nothing but the velocity, that is the average velocity here, that is 0.471 into D is 0.1 divided by mu. Mu is given here 0.097 poise, 0.097 Newton second per meter square, right? After finding out RE, we'll obtain that is 436.91. Here RE is the Reynolds number, it is a dimensionless quantity here, right? So I can say it is less than 2000, right? So for a circular pipe, if the Reynolds number is less than 2000, I can say the flow is laminar. So the flow is laminar. So I can substitute this U bar in pressure formula, that is P1 minus P2 is equals to 32 mu U bar L divided by D square. Now this is 32 mu is 0.097 into U bar is what we have found out here. It is 0.471 into length is the length of pipe 10 meter, 10 divided by diameter is 0.1 square, right? So at the end we will be obtaining this as 1462.28 Newton per meter square. This is the pressure drop. P1 minus P2 is this much, right? If I want to write in terms of Newton per centimeter square, meter to centimeter is 10 raised to minus 2, as this is in the denominator, right? So when it goes to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 2, but here it is meter square. So meter square to centimeter square is 10 raised to minus 4, as this is in the denominator. When it goes to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 2 here, right? Meter square to centimeter square is 10 raised to minus 4. 10 raised to minus 4 here. When it goes to numerator, it becomes plus 4. Meter to centimeter is 10 raised to 4, as this is in the denominator, and it goes to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to plus 4 here. Sorry, that is P1 minus P2 will be 1462.28 divided by 10 raised to 4, because meter square to centimeter square becomes 10 raised to 4, right? So I can write this is as 0.14628 Newton per centimeter square, right? This is how we can solve the pressure difference between the pipe here. This is the final answer here. Now I shall go with the next numerical. In this, what he has given here is the fluid of viscosity 0.7 Newton second per meter square and specific gravity 1.3 is flowing through a circular pipe. See, you can underline this one, it's a circular pipe problem itself, right? Here he has given fluid viscosity. Viscosity is mu is equal to 0.7 Newton second per meter square. No need to convert this again in terms of poise, because we will be directly utilizing this in terms of Newton second per meter square itself. And specific gravity is given as 1.3. Flows through a circular pipe of diameter he has given. D is 100 mm, right? 100 mm, if I write in terms of meter, it becomes 0.1 meter here, right? I'll write it in terms of small d only. Yeah. The maximum shear stress at the pipe wall is given by 196.2 Newton per meter square, right? That means it is a tau naught. It is a maximum shear stress. Maximum shear stress is given as 196.2 Newton per meter square, right? Where this maximum shear stress happen? In a pipe, in the only in the pipe wall. Maximum shear stress happens only in the pipe wall, but the maximum velocity will be only in the center of pipe, right? Again I am repeating, maximum shear stress happens only in the pipe wall there, but maximum velocity will be there only in the center of pipe. If I write the shear stress diagram and velocity distribution here, this is the shear stress diagram here, shear stress distribution, right? This is how the shear stress will be there here. That means shear stress will be minimum in the center of the pipe, but the velocity, the maximum velocity will be maximum in only in the center of pipe. Velocity will be maximum in the center of pipe, but the shear stress distribution or the shear stress will be maximum only in the walls of the pipe, right? Now after that, what is given? Find the pressure gradient. Pressure gradient here is dou P by dou X or dP by dx here. This is what we need to find out, first one. Next, average velocity. Average velocity is u bar, and he has asked to find out the Reynolds number, Re, right? This is what he has asked to find out, right? Now how to find out this maximum shear stress, dou P by dou X here, right? This is the pressure gradient. So to find out that, we have the formula, that is tau naught is equals to dou P by dou X into R by 2 here, right? Is the, see here, this is the shear stress distribution here. It is dou P by minus dou P by dou X is equals to R by 2. Sorry, this I have written wrong. This is R by 2 here, right? The shear stress will be maximum only at the center of pipe here, right? Dou minus dou P by dou X is equals to R by 2. Maximum shear stress happen only on the walls of the pipe. Here in this pipe, the R is measured from the center. See here, R is measured from the center. So small letter r becomes capital R to have the maximum shear stress. Tau will be maximum only in minus dou P by dou X into capital R by 2, right? Yeah. After that, I will substitute directly. We have this values, 196.2 is equals to minus dou P by dou X into R. He has given the diameter, that is 0.1 meter, right? 0.1 meter. This I can write it as 0.1 divided by 2 whole divided by 2, right? Or else I can write minus dou P by dou X is equals to 196.2 into 4 divided by 0.1, right? Now after this, we will get dou P by dou X is equals to, after calculating this, we will be getting minus 7848 Newton per meter square per meter. Why I am writing it as Newton per meter square per meter? Dou P is the pressure difference, Newton per meter square whole divided by per meter here, right? This is what the pressure gradient is. Minus dou P by dou X is minus 7848 Newton per meter square per meter here. Now when will be, what is the formula to find out u bar here, right? We have this formula, that is u bar by u max will be u max by u bar will be 2, right? We have derived that formula in in this pressure drop, in this formula we have derived here u max by u bar is equals to 2 here, that is the ratios of maximum velocity to average velocity here. This is the ratios of maximum velocity to average velocity. In this formula we have derived u max by u bar is equals to 2, or u bar by u max is equals to half here, right? Why I am taking this one? Because we don't have direct formula to find out u bar here, right? Don't have direct formula here. You can directly utilize this formula. This u bar is equals to 1 divided by 8 mu dou p by dou x into r square. We can directly utilize this formula also, right? I'll directly write, no need to use that u bar by u max. I'll write down that formula, that is u bar is equals to 1 divided by 8 mu minus dou p by dou x into r square here, right? Now u bar 1 divided by 8 mu is given as 0.7 into 0.7 into minus dou p by dou x becomes minus into minus become positive here. So I'll write directly 7848 into r square. R is the diameter, d is given 0.1 by 2 whole square. See here, this is minus dou p by dou x. Here we have got as dou p by dou x. Okay, I'll write once again, minus dou p by dou x is equals to 7848, right? Newton per meter square per meter, right? This is what the dou p by dou x minus dou p by dou x is. Here we'll be directly substituting that formula, that value in this formula here, right? After calculating this u bar, we'll get the value as 3.50 meter per second. This is the velocity, average velocity here, right? Second one is done, first one is done, right? After that, last one has to find out the Reynolds number, right? What is the formula we have? Rho v d by mu, right? Direct formula we have, or rho is the density. Density we don't have, right? Density, instead of density is given as specific gravity into 1000. We can find out the density here, that is 1.3 into 1000. We'll get that as 1300 here, right? This is in terms of kg per meter cube, right? Now I can substitute in RE formula. Reynolds number is 1300 into velocity is the average velocity, that is 3.5 into diameter is given as 0.1 divided by mu is 0.7. Mu is 0.7. After calculating this, we'll get the value as 650.00. It is again, it's a dimensionless number here, right? And also is a dimensionless number, right? With this, what we can say, as the Reynolds number is less than 2000, so it is a laminar flow, right? Yeah, thank you.